I think some of us have forgotten about chicken game and some of the other little abnormalities happening. You guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button. Hey, comment down below when you be walking away with a booster pack as per usual. I said this yesterday, but Kongs did their major restock on their site. Discount code MCO40 is going to save you across the board on anything you're going to need on this set. Fool Wars, Azamina, Mimigul, Impulses. They have it all. Discount code MCO40 is going to save you. Remember, Gamer's Choice also. Discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase over there as well. Alright, so, can we get this a super already? Like, I'm kind of annoyed that we only have, like, one printing for this. When your top listing says $17.97, obviously, they're not $17.97. But this is rough out here, man. Like, if you need a copy of Chicken Game, you're spending $6 to $7 on a banned, well, it's not a banned card anymore, you know, they've been brought back to the meta. But this is one of those things you look at out here and you're like, wow, like, this is disgusting. Yeah, it is. I'm genuinely impressed that, you know, these ramp up to like $10 to $11 out here. Obviously, there have been some whitewood applications that have been playing this, but, you know, just to dig through your commons and find copies of Chicken Game is kind of worth it right now if you played during Clash. Oh, hey, Dominus Purge. I told you that this card was going to go up. Remember when this card was like $4? Right now, Dominus Purges coming in at about 15 to 16. I'm not going to go too in-depth with the quarter century on this because I don't really care, but it is an extra copy of Ash. Locks you out of Dark Water Fire. Yeah, I don't really give a crap about that, but I do care how good that this card is for what it actually does. Alright, thank you for Melodious support. Phantom and Yubel. I've been keeping an eye on the Yubel stuff. It's been kind of interesting to see what people are doing with this. Right now, you're sitting at about $35 Phantom. To be truthfully honest with you, I don't expect Phantom to get through the next list. It's a situation here that you look at and you're like, realistically, I just imagine the TCG is just going to take this out back, get rid of it, and not want to deal with it anymore, which seems to be the method of doing things. At least that's what the OCG did during their last list, was they just were like, nah, we're done dealing with this, get it out of here. King Sarcophaguses. I still can't believe that the secret rare is above $5. Like, because, you know, the secret rares are like super shorted in this, you're looking at, looks like $8 a copy now. You got some major lines in the sand here too. Gamer's Choice with 254 of those things. Yikes. Well, I can't say that I'm not surprised. I mean, over time, you know, these will eventually disappear. They will do their thing, and that's fine. Arch Nemesis Protoss. Hey, remember when I told you that we're probably getting a reprint for this? I think people finally are starting to listen to that. It should be in the Crossover Breakers set as a rare. And you're going to listen to people go, but I spent $34 on it. And be like, it was in the OCG set. You knew so far in advance that we were getting this. Like, holy actual crap. But hey, you know what? If you want to continue to spend, you know, this $34, $35 price tag out here for Protoss, you be my guest. You throw that money at the screen and wonder why your cards are worth nothing. Alright? Prera. Now this is one that I would probably focus on wanting to pick up right now, because these are 10s a pop right now. And they've only been going up. You gotta remember, Rage gives us the brand new Centurion support. I'm a huge fan. I've been very vocal about that. If you have been waiting to play this deck, you can do so. Also, I just like the fact that you can Duality, do some cheesy things with Centurion. Also, you know, King Calamity's gone, so you can finally, this deck kind of has its own identity finally. You know, you're just not King Calamity Turbo. You do other things, which is really, really awesome to see. And then, of course, Lightsworn Dragonling. For some reason, this card has just been going up, 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 up. You're still at $14 to $15, and these are not stopping anytime soon. This is one of those situations that, you know, it was an ultra rare, it was available in Legacy, and if you wanted to play Lightsworn, this was a mandatory 3 of. This kind of reminds me of Kashtira Fenrir a little bit out here, where, you know, Fenrir was that ultra slot that everybody needed, and holy crap, it was worth so much money for so long. So it looks like we're in one of those situations here overall that, you know, you've got some decent value. 15 bucks looks like it's going to be where we're going to be holding for a while here. Duality. So this is, there's some interesting little ideas kind of being tossed around out here with this. The idea did not stick in the OCG, but Duality, for the most part, has still been writing about the $11 to $12 price point here in the TCG. I'm not surprised to see that. Once again, when you print a card that literally has future implications on the scale that Duality does, you can't help but, just go, one, where are they going to reprint this? And two, how will we eventually be able to break this? And yes, I can think of plenty of ways that we can, break this. Ritual Beast Tamer Elder, for the most part, I see that you can still get, looks like mod for about 11, and regular copies are about down to 12. So it looks like we're finally starting to see the cooldown on these, just like yesterday, that these were like 15 bucks. And then, of course, when the Ritual Beast support hit, you saw this card shoot up. For some reason, we still do not have a single reprint for this, and I still question that to this day, but it's one of those situations that I guess you appreciate. The Masterpiece Series Platinum Blue Eyes White Dragon. Did we finally get a sale on this? Is this why this moved up? Yeah, somebody bought one for $2,197. Could just bought the one from, Ideal here and been fine, but we finally have a sale on one of these. These were $3,000, not even like quite some time ago, and then they've just depreciated fully out here. I'm still pretty impressed with how long these have held up their value. Also, the Beware of the Trap Trick structure deck. Have you guys been paying attention to this? Because when did these go up to like 18 bucks? I get that, like, kind of still out of the box, Trap Trick stuff is pretty gosh darn good, but this is kind of disgusting, actually, to be seeing. Like, this is a lot of money, all right? Considering most of these old structure decks were hitting what? Like, the Dark World structure deck's still like $8, which is hilarious. Ringle Worms. This is something you might want to keep an eye on. This was in the OCG tournament pack. And a lot of people have been kind of raising eyebrows to that, going, why in the world was Ringle Worm in there? And I do kind of agree with that. This is one of those cards that you look at and you're like, hey, it's really cheap. OCG put some eyes on it with their last tournament pack experience. I don't know, we could see some support with it. I don't know what they would do, though. Like, it would have to be face-up, non-effect monster support, would be how you would try to do something with Ringle Worm, but keep an eye on that. And then we have Power Filter. Neither player can make special summon monsters with 1,000 or less attack. Hey, look, it's anti-Ubel support. Do you enjoy locking your opponent out of playing the game? Yeah, well, for a $9 price tag, you too can tell your opponent, no, I will not let you summon those pesky Ubel monsters. Dark Magician from Battle of Chaos. I still like keeping an eye on this because this is one of those cards out there. Just overall, but 65, moving on up to 72. Looks like, for the most part, yeah, like $75, and they're still going out here. Actually, like, this is kind of impressive, actually, seeing this card move up. Bond between teacher and student. This is another one of those cards that, has only got one printing out here. If you control a Dark Magician, special summon a Dark Magician Girl from your hand deck or graveyard, and then you can set a Dark Magic, Dark Burning Magic, or Dark Magic Twin Burst directly from your deck. And only activate one Bond between teacher and student per turn. I love the bottom out down here and then kind of the resurgence back up. But looks like you've been gaining a little bit of value. You're heading on up to about the $12 mark at this point. So I know a lot of people don't really think to look at this card, but this is one of those situations that I kind of think it's worth it. And then last but not least out here, you have your Lart Treeborn Frog. Yes, my favorite Lart, coming in at about $6-ish to $7-ish right now. I see that you can get a European print version here. Fast shipping. That actually looks pretty nice. That's an Italian version. Well, that's all I got for today's market. I gotta assure you that there's some very interesting things happening here. But, okay. But make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Want to be walking away with a booster pack as per usual. And remember, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening on the market, and reveals are about to start tonight. So I hope you're ready for some actual crazy insanity to happen out here. Patrons! Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.